man? Welcome back to another Commercial Trucking Chronicles. I'm your boy Swizzy. I appreciate you guys for coming in, coming to the Thursday with me, Thursday morning. Welcome. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, man. When I tell you I was just about sick, I mean, I was really on a down. I was feeling down just a minute ago. I mean, I was feeling down, baby. I was hurt. I was about to start stressing because I did something I've never done. Well, I ain't gonna say I've never done, but you know, I don't. You know, when you make that one mistake that cost you big, you know you done, like, you know how to say, now you know you done messed up, right? You know you done messed up, right? You know you done messed up, right? It's one of those things, man, where one of them things where you gotta take baby steps. But nonetheless, you know what I'm saying, I done learned my lesson. I got it right. Jeez. What a day, what a morning. Coffee's still fresh. The coffee tastes fresh. Oh, my body feeling starts. Getting up this morning was kind of rough for me, man. Y'all come on in there, holler at me, man. Wish me some strength and endurance, cause I'ma need it. Hey, so I'm gonna tell you what I did, man. For the first time, because I have two phones. I got this phone right here, which this is an iPhone, and I'm recording from an iPhone. This iPhone right here, pretty much Wi-Fi. I use a hotspot with that, and then, you know, a lot of times I have different apps over here that I just get you know how you do it. You get that hotspot, and you know what I'm saying. You know, so. For some reason, I don't know why, I called they got a service number, 611. You call for, if you got an issue with your phone. Hey, good morning, how you doing? Who's that? AV Play. Vape Plays. K7R. Good morning to you. Appreciate you for joining me, and thank you for hitting that like button. So my hotspot wasn't working, and I kept saying on my other phone, unable to join network. So I'm saying, man, come on, man. I know there's a lot of stuff going on in the world, and they talking about cyber this and that. You know what I'm saying? They say it was going to hack into America system and give everybody good credit scores and stuff. So I said, well, maybe they messing with the Wi-Fi. So I say I can't get my Wi-Fi to work. So I called customer service at 611. Great lady over there. Shout out to them, man. They straightened me out. Everything went, you know what I'm saying? I got it. But oh yeah, same thing. Okay, I'll go back around. Yep. Yeah, same man. Yes, ma'am. Yep. Same thing. Usher didn't get the weight. I gotta go back around on the scale again. So it's all good. Slow and steady, that's the way. Especially on a Thursday. So I called up to the customer service because, now I'm trying to get on one of these trading platforms. And I want to be able to use my Wi-Fi signal. I said, never go on Wi-Fi signal that's I'm familiar with. That's a good way to get probably security breach that. You know what I mean? So I'm going to use my Wi-Fi, not a guest Wi-Fi or nothing like that. So I winds up can't do it because I can't get the hotspot signal over on the phone that I got the app over there, right? So I said, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just download the app up here. I don't need no Wi-Fi. Just download the app onto this phone. It's an iPhone. It should be the same thing. You know what I'm saying? No problem. So I did that. Downloaded the app. Then I connected to try to synchronize the count, because I don't know if you know how these things work. It's like a tap feature. If you got the app on your phone, you take the card, you hold your phone to it, tap it, and it kind of synchronizes and it opens up the application or the trading platform or whatever. But all your funds are pretty much secured here. But you can interact on the platform. But you're not on an exchange. You're not trusting nobody else to hold your assets and stuff. You actually have the custody, and then you use the app to engage whether you want to do whatever. So once I did that, and I don't got to use, because if I don't got a Wi-Fi signal, or if my Wi-Fi starts running low, I can't share my hotspot with my other phone, and I might want to, make a trade to do something, get out of a position that might be going down or something, or jump on something that might look like it's, kind of catapult, up in value and things. So I connected it, right? Linked it, logged in. It says 0 balance. My heart dropped. Oh, Lord, no. They got me. They got me. Dude, I'm saying, James, you stupid. What are you thinking, Swizzy? Cyber attacks and everything, especially with this crypto, and you trying to upload and open up an app and do all this other stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you thinking? So I was paranoid as a mother. I didn't know what to think, what to do. I was like, no, something what I do wrong. I didn't do anything wrong. So I finally got it. I had to synchronize it. I got it to work and everything. They fixed my Wi-Fi signal, but I had to reset my phone, factory reset it, do whatever, so that I can send that Wi-Fi signal over to that other phone, where I can easily log onto there if I just tap that phone. But I don't want to keep doing that, man, because now I'm relying on this Wi-Fi signal. So I got it straight, man, but I almost went into a cold panic, man. I almost went into a cold stone panic, man. Alright, she got it. I started to panic, but son said, stay cool. You got this. You got this. You know how to move this stuff around. You know how sometimes things got to synchronize. You already know that, sometimes these new devices and things, they got to update. You might have to turn your phone off and then back on, and then everything should, Hey, thank you. I got it to work. Good. All right. Yeah, I was asking the lady in there, are you getting a Wi-Fi signal, or how strong is your signal out here? Because that was the other thing, too. I was wondering, is there, a lot of trees around here and stuff. We pretty much up in the... We're just around a lot of area of trees and stuff. It's actually some old mountain type of setup over here. So I got it to work, man. I mean, and that's one thing I say, what we got to realize is we got to learn how to use this software and all of this stuff with confidence. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the same way as if, like, for the first time, if you go and you open up an account somewhere and they give you a debit card and you got to go to an ATM machine, or you trying to go make a purchase and you got to punch in, an access code, you going to anything like that, to a kiosk somewhere, and you want to pull money out. You got to be able to, at first, a lot of times it's a nervous feeling. And I haven't experienced that in a long time, because most of my assets are where they have been for years. Like, that app on this phone that I use, the Wi-Fi signal, I put that app on this phone over 7 years ago. And I never ever have had to, this phone done fell and got all banged up and smashed and everything, and doesn't work. But I had to get the face fixed again, and it still works. But because I got those apps up here that hold that stuff, I never had to go and try to get a new phone and put the app on there. Yeah, I've had new phones, but I said, I'm not going to mess with it. This is working. I'm holding it here. It's safe. My balances are always, when I go there and to check them, nothing is nothing. And I done been on some of these other, open up an account with, I don't want to say their name, but they're supposed to steal from the rich and give to the poor, like the cartoon character. Can't even get into the account. They just suspended my account. Suspended it, or whatever the case is, I don't know what what these places got going on when it comes to people's funds, how so easily they just can freeze your stuff or do whatever they want to do, but with your account or everything, whatever. But I mean, the biggest worry that I have is logging in and out of a new device. That's the biggest thing. So this is a new device that I'm filming to you guys on, because I got a new phone, and it's an iPhone. And so I just, and I don't want to put too many apps on this phone. That's why I use these other phones, because those have apps that, I don't know. Because I like I said, I almost went into a cold panic. And I remember before, when we were in Puerto Rico, and I went into this phone here. It was this phone, and the app is still up here. Here it is. I cashed out a BitTrue, and this is another trading platform that I have, and I've had for, I don't have a Wi-Fi signal up there, so I can't get on. They're out of Singapore. So I was rocking with them for probably, I had that app on that phone for, this is 2026, about 2019 or 2019 or something. And the stuff that I still have over there is still there. But I used to go, when I was in Puerto Rico, I transferred something from there to, over to I think Coinbase or one of them, or whichever one it was I had linked to my checking account, where I could spend once I cashed out through them. So I sent it to there, and then from there I cashed out, and it went on to my debit card. And we were traveling, so that's what I would do every so often. I would cash out, send money to that bank, and then put it on that card. And then we went jet skiing. We did, and one time I transferred, I needed to get, I was like, take out, X amount of dollars, for the next few days of travel expense and stuff, spending. Man, I sent the wrong I sent it to the wrong address. And I looked and I saw that, I had made a transaction to a wrong address, and I wasn't able to reverse it. But I was trying to do it so quick, in between getting dressed at the hotel. Let me just send this money. Make sure we got this money. You know, the money will be on the way by the time we leave the room, get down there, get in the car, whatever. I can check my account, bounce over here, and it'll show up. And I had sent it to the wrong spot. And you can't reverse transactions like that. So then I had to go and do it again. So my man was like, yeah, copy and paste. Copy and paste, one of the easiest things you can learn to do. When you synchronize and when you're working with these different, you know what I'm saying, platforms or different whatevers, and you're dealing with this crypto, you got to learn to copy and paste. You got to learn to engage so you can move your assets around, so you can cash in and out and get your money. Don't make those mistakes of trying to copy each letter, capital J, small t, slash, hyphen, this and that. I used to do that. And that's why I used to lose, because I would miss something and I would send it. But because I felt more confident in, you know, and that's what I'm saying about you got to be feeling confident when you do this. Or else you don't even know if you send it. You know, say you get into big, you know, big spending. Right? Say you get into big spending and you doing things and you know, I'm going to buy this and I'm going to buy that or whatever you're doing. You know, you might wind up with enough money to go into business or, you know, purchase a home or whatever. You go to move a large amount of money and stuff, but you're not confident on how you're doing it. You know, a lot of people would say, well, that's why I would use an exchange, and that's why I will, you know, I won't do it myself. I put it somewhere where, what, it's FDIC or backed or insured. None of this stuff is insured. Has not been, and I don't know if they're going to insure it, but they may. But we'll see about that. But being educated to where you know that you can confidently say, one, if you need support, you will have that support. And that's a key thing. So when you go and deal or choose to deal with any exchange or any site or anything like that, their customer service base needs to be one that you really get familiar with and you can trust. Otherwise, you're just putting your money and your assets into, you know, anybody's possession, and you don't even know if something goes wrong with the technical error, if they're going to be even, you know, there when you pick up the phone and call them. So that's one big thing that I would really, really want, you know, you guys to kind of keep in mind, that always get familiar and, you know, build some trust with that customer service. You know what I'm saying? Before you know, make big deposits or stuff like that. You know, don't go and fill up the bucket. You know what I'm saying? And you don't know whether or not there's a leak in there. You know, or you know, could be some backdoor something. And then, you know, or a glitch, and then next thing you know, all your stuff is, you know, is compromised, privacy and all of that. And I like to ask the customer service people sometimes when they say, oh, this is for training purposes and education purposes, you know, can you verify, blah, blah, blah. They want you to do that, right, a lot of times. And I ask them, I say, excuse me, real quick, I don't mind verifying my information, but you're not going to sell it to nobody, is you? Oh no, we don't do that. We don't do no third party business. Oh, okay. I just want to make sure. Hey man, why not ask that question just to, you know, make sure that my information is safe once I give it to you? Because if I'm gonna verify who I am, you're not gonna turn around and get that information to nobody. Now, if they hack in your system and steal it, that's different. But you gotta be on the lookout for hacks, and y'all be careful in the comments with the scammers being so you know, busy these days. Y'all make sure that not only do you like and subscribe to the channel and leave a comment, you know, but you're being very careful, you know, in the comments or in the I ain't never gonna come at you like, hey man, I need you to send me nothing. I don't do that, but I'm gonna create some type of button that you guys can directly go ahead and make a contribution or a support, you know, and a financial something. That's what it'll be. It's not gonna be a me asking personally for you to do something like, send me something, money or anything. But so yeah, I did get it fixed. I got the app on my phone, on my new phone. I was able to open it up. They have some nice. They have the cards, the credit cards. They have credit card features. They have the rings. You get your rings. Tap your ring. It's just like a ring that monitors your heart rate. Well, has that feature where it can store your assets and stuff. So I'm gonna get me one of those. I've been saying I'm gonna get one. I got a lot of things I gotta do. So right now I'm just unloading some of the good old. They got all kinds of stuff going on around here. Just stockpiling up the place. Well, we don't. That's what we don't. But I got it, man. So that was the thing. I mean, learning lesson for me today too, man. I don't usually take risks, but I'm confident about how this site works. But it did catch me off guard because when I downloaded the app and then I tapped the phone and then it had to synchronize the encrypted account, right? And then it showed a zero balance. I almost started sweating. I felt it. My nerves, my underarms got real sweaty real quick. Boom. It was like I had just heat. My head, I started to sweat. Ooh. It was kind of I haven't had that feeling in a long time because, like I said, it's been some years since I made a mistake like that with regard to transferring or moving, any of those assets. I've never, a lot of times, when you do the same type of thing all the time, you go open up your wallet and you buy and sell or click here and click there. It's really quick. But Dick, what's up, man? Happy birthday, y'all. Yo, man, let's give this brother a happy birthday shout out, man. How old you turning, man? You know what? Don't even answer that question, man. That's it. You know what? Don't answer the question, but you just have a blessed, and I wish you a happy birthday and many more. All right? We want to see you live a long time, man. You feel me? We want you to get you some gray hairs, and then, when you get your gray hairs, you still got it going on. You know what I'm saying? If you got some gray hairs and you already got it going on, let me get a like. And that goes for any of y'all. If you got some gray hairs and you still got it going on, hit that like button. But we want to say that Derek Middleton's birthday is today, so we celebrate it. All right. What are you what's your sign? What are you? You're I don't even know what sign it is. Is it Aquarius? What you got planned for your birthday? We right around Easter, man. Shoot. You getting it popping. I know you gonna have you a nice outfit on this weekend. You're gonna have you an Easter outfit and a birthday suit on. Good Lord. Derek throwing it down. I know you was getting fresh on your birthday every year. Got your Easter outfit. They had you had an Easter egg hunt and a birthday party. That's what's up. It's good when your birthday falls on a holiday. It feels like everybody's celebrating. Well, even though today's not like Easter Sunday, but tomorrow's Good Friday. You know what I'm saying? Like, you born a day before Good Friday, man. Shoot. You know you gotta turn up. Man, they both. But happy birthday to you, man. Do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, man. And let's see if we can get some more likes up there, man, for Derek, man. If you're not for me, do it for Derek, man. It's his birthday, you guys. So I learned my lesson today. I had my scare for the day. You know what I'm saying? I had my little scare for the day. My little panic attack. You know what I'm saying? I had my little panic attack for the day. Everybody gotta have one. There's one point in the time. There's always a point in your day where you like, you know, then you know how it get to you. Somebody might mess you up and they work your nerve, and you know what I'm saying. you probably not like me, man. I'll be like, ready to mother. No, calm down, chill. Oh, all right. Some people like that. They waiting for something. But not like this. But, you know, when something does happen, man, some people will fly off the handle. You know? Because if it ain't one thing, it's another. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't one thing, it's always something. Right? And when you least suspect it, it hits you. You know, something might be going good. It could be, I don't know, man. Just name something. And if it's in regard to some money or something like that too, like a bill collector say, hey, and on top of it, right? Good thing, thank God. Yesterday, I had my credit card bill was due yesterday, and I'm glad I paid it last night, man. I had to go load money onto this card. And then go into the app and pay, select to pay. Just because you got the money in the card doesn't mean that you're paying, because on one side it's a credit card and on the other side it's just like a debit. You know what I'm saying? So that credit line, which is a totally different card, you still got to pay from that main account. So I had to load the money up on there and then go into the option to where my credit line, that annual payment every month you got to make on your line of credit, it was due. And I was like, let me make sure I pay this before I go to sleep. So I paid it down. You know, and that's good, because this credit card, I ain't had no late payments on this credit card. I'm like, I've never had. I don't think I've ever had a late payment on this credit card ever. I haven't. It's been a few years, like 3 years. This card, man, because I barely use it. But when I do use it, you know, I just know that every month, at the beginning of the month, pay your credit card balance down. Just pay it down, pay it off. Even if you didn't use all the credit that they give you, make that payment that's due to them. So 3 years of not missing a single late or none of that, I'm happy about that. But I would have missed it last night if I knew it too. I was just tired. I done worked all week. It was late. I was like, well, you know, I pulled up to the crib and I was like, man, I can't go in the house. I gotta go I ran back around, went over there, went and put the money on the daggone card. After I did that, I mean, even though I was tired, I felt better about, you know, handling my business, because now I could really sleep comfortably. I probably would have slept comfortably anyway. I would have slept the same way, but I would have had things in the back of my mind like, oh man, you know you're supposed to take care of that. But nah, we don't do that around here, man. You know what I'm saying? I usually don't even wait that long. But see, I don't like playing with these companies, because you can pay them early, and then, you know, on the due date, they'll turn around and try to ding you for, you know, they try that little slickness, man. And I'm like, bro, but I may already made the payment. You know what I'm saying? So ever since then, they tried that one time with me. I noticed, I caught them. I said, called right and I said, man, you know, I ain't never been late with this payment before, ever. And the only reason I didn't make a payment to you on the due date because I paid last week. If you can look and see, you see that there's credit on that account. So it's been paid in advance for this date. Now, if y'all want to take it out, you can take the money out. The money will be in there. But see, these credit card companies will try to trip you up. So you got to be, that's why I said last night, I wasn't going home and go to sleep knowing that my due date was yesterday to make the payment. So I was like, I got all the way to the crib. But I had to go to the dealership. I sat at the dealership till about 9 o'clock last night. I got up. I started at 6:30. And I didn't get until about 9 last night. I'm not complaining because pretty much the whole week has been the same way. Last week was pretty much like that too. So it's been, and working on Saturday, so we kind of really over, I didn't say we're overbooked, but we're booked up. So they ain't really no time off too much for nobody, and it's all the overtime you want. So I'm getting all that. So of course, why not pay my bills, right? I was just so tired that I got to the crib, and I knew it was on my mind. I said, oh, that's just, you got to do what you got to do. So I turned that bad boy around, went back over and handled my business. I took about 15 or so minutes, came back home, got a shower, ate, bam, I was out. Then I get up this morning and seen the markets was jumping. There's a coin that I had got, and I should have held on to it. Man, I mean, it ran up. It ran up. It's up from like 1 cent to 4 cents. So just imagine if you had $1, you turn the dollar into $4, right? So 1 cent, you get 100 of those for $1. And then I spent like $600 or $700 or something like that on what I had. $600 or $700 worth of it. So I had a nice amount of them, and it's up to 4 cents right now. But I kind of sold it. I cashed it out. So I'm pissed. I'm like, dang, man. You like when I want to catch it at the penny. I was saying, well, by the time I go to a nickel or 10 cents, I'm thinking it's gonna move like that, and it is. It's looking like it is. So this is not financial advice. I ain't no financial advisor, but I got the eye of I got the tiger eye. You know what I'm saying? The eye of the tiger, baby. I'm on it. I'm watching. So I ain't got no crystal ball though, so I can't tell you nothing like oh this and that. But I got my eye on some things. Trust me. All right, that's it, man. It's after 30. Ooh, yeah, it's time for me to end this live. I'll holler at y'all, man. I'm in line like everybody else, of course. You see it. All right, I'm gonna let y'all go. Derek, enjoy your birthday, man. All right, much blessings and peace and love to you, man. All right, like, subscribe, and leave a comment. And I'm your boy. Come back and check me out later, man. Y'all be safe out here, man. I'm gonna get on this scale, get my weight ticket, man. Keep it moving. Keep trucking, guys. Oh, before I go, to that rookie this morning that I seen making that wide turn like that, coming out the truck stop, you a Bama. You a Bama. Yeah. Ain't no need to be driving like that, man. I mean, come on, bro. He all out the window, leaning out the window. He talking about, shut up. I said, you a rookie. Joe Biden said, you a rookie. You a Bama. He's a rookie. And who makes wide turns like that, bro? So, yeah, man. If you watching, I think you would drive for U.S. Express or something. You're a rookie. You're a Bama. So, tighten up on them turns, man. Peace.